80% of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's got to be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle. Doug, I think it's officially Halloween time. I went to the supermarket, and it was wall-to-wall Halloween candy.
It's interesting. Halloween is one of the quickest holidays.
Hey, weren't we supposed to have a candy shortage or something like that?
Yeah.
I see no evidence of a candy shortage. It's wall-to-wall chocolate and Reese's, and they have the Reese's pumpkins out, I saw.
Well, they have.
Don't get me wrong. I bought a lot of candy.
Yeah, they have those Reese's peanut butter cup commercials already going all over the place. Yeah. I've been seeing them everywhere, and Halloween advertising starts earlier. I mean, it's not as bad as Christmas. Christmas is almost year round now.
I saw Christmas in July.
Yep.
Yeah, what craziness is that?
You can thank Hallmark for that one.
Yeah.
So, again. Halloween advertising is earlier and earlier, but Halloween, when it comes, it goes. I mean, it feels like it's over before it even starts, and it's one of those holidays that you wish lasted a little longer.
Yeah, I can't believe it's week 3 for football betting. Our pro pick segment is week 3. I got the production notes. It's like, week 3 already?
Yeah,
okay.
No,
all right.
It's moving along.
It is. Well, we got a great show coming up. We got a Beatin The House. And, of course, we have our Week 3 Betfred Pro Football Pick segment coming up. Great show coming up. Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Even though we're talking week 3 in this week's show, let's go back to week 1. And GeoComply, which is the geolocation and fraud specialist company that tracks a lot of the online sports betting transaction volume around the country and around the world, really. They had some interesting numbers from the first week of the NFL season.
By the way, a little something about geolocation. We saw them at SBC. GeoComply, yeah. Why would I say?
Geolocation. That's what they do.
Well, geolocation, GeoComply. We saw them at the SBC North American Summit or Summit North America. I don't even know what how they name it. But I actually got 2 baseball hats from them, which is
Two
really
good
cool.
baseball hats.
Yeah, 2 really great. I wear them all the time. I should wear them on air. And
I actually have to admit,
so
I love the baseball hats. Look
Geo
good.
Comply, thank you very much.
Well, according to Geo Comply, the first weekend of NFL season, geolocation volumes, which means transactions, shot up 71.5%.
Wow.
From 60 million, or just 60.1 million in 2021 to what is now a record. I'm sure that's going to change probably next year too. 103.1 million geolocation geolocated transactions for the NFL opening weekend.
Yeah.
They tracked it to, they brought it back to Arkansas, Connecticut, Kansas, Louisiana, and New York, all being online by opening day of this year, since opening day of last year for the NFL season.
You know what's great about GeoComply is when a state launches its sports betting industry. I always take a look at the GeoComply readings and the geolocation numbers of the state next to it who doesn't have sports betting. Didn't Kansas start a week ago?
And Missouri had a whole bunch of blocked transactions. So
I mean, it never works.
Yeah.
So why do you even try? I mean, come on, Missouri.
Well, right now for this first for the NFL season 2022, there are 25 states with online sports betting markets, plus the District of Columbia. So we're up to 25 now for online sports betting. And this first weekend of the NFL season, of the current NFL season, New York was number 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
New York is always going to be number 1 until California comes online.
I heard the numbers were unbelievable for the first Thursday night game with the Bills and the Rams.
First, the Thursday night
crazy.
game here, Thursday night, since you brought it up, Thursday night was up 77% from last year, 22.6 million transactions, online sports betting. This doesn't take in the retail. So it's just online sports betting, and you have 12.7 million from last year's opener. This is Thursday night game. GeoComply recorded 3.7 million geolocation checks in New York alone, 3.7.
Well,
so that's about a third.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Mark Saxon on pretty soon, who writes for NYOnlinegambling.com.
Part of the Better Collective family.
For Better Collective. And he wrote an article on NYOnlinegambling.com, and the numbers for that first Bills game was just insane. It was amazing.
Funny you should mention Buffalo. In the Buffalo area for the Thursday night game, they had 267,000 geolocated transactions from the Buffalo area for that game.
Wow, look at you tossing out the numbers.
I got all stats in front of me.
Your fingertips. What the hell is that?
So, but again, it's very interesting. For Thursday night alone, up 77%. The entire weekend, 71.5%. Growth in transactions. Crazy. The top 5, New York, like I said, was number 1, 15.7 million transactions over the first weekend of NFL football. That's
all right.
They took a 15% market share.
Okay.
The top 5, rounding out the top 5.
The top 5 states? Or?
Top 5 states in terms of geolocated transactions.
Okay.
Do you want to take a shot at the top 5?
Top 5.
We already said New York's number 1. So 2 through 5.
Okay. I'm only saying New Jersey because when I say New Jersey, it has really 3 local teams. It has the Giants, the Jets, and the Eagles. So I'm thinking New Jersey just because
New Jersey's in the top 5, but it is not number 2.
Okay. Number 2, I'll say, should I go with the obvious and say Nevada, or should I try Illinois or Pennsylvania for number 2?
Pennsylvania was number 2.
Pennsylvania, number 2. All right.
They had a 30% increase to 15.3 million transactions from 11.8 million last year. They are in second place. They took about 14.8% market share of the volume transactions here.
I would assume Illinois is up there.
Illinois is 5th place.
Really?
Yep.
Illinois is 5th. I thought it'd be
they're just starting without the
number
remote
3.
registration.
I'll go Nevada.
New Jersey's number 3. Nevada is not in the top 5.
Oh my!
Remember, this is online sports betting. Only.
Okay,
don't count the retail.
Oh, okay, all right.
Got to remember, Nevada's not big on the online.
Gee,
they're starting to get there, but they're not.
I'll go Colorado.
No.
Here's
the top 5.
Boy, I'm terrible at this.
New York, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Then we have New Jersey, Michigan with 9.7 million transactions.
All right.
And then we have Illinois, 5th place with 8 million. New Jersey had 13.5 million
for the first week.
transactions.
Detroit covered, so I would guess there's a lot of happy Michigan bettors.
There's a lot more
for the first week.
Well, going with those other states you mentioned, Nevada and even Illinois, there's a lot more online sports bettors in Michigan than there are in Nevada right now. So,
all right. So where was? Did they give you Nevada? Where was Nevada?
Nevada did not show up in the top 5.
Okay. All right. So they only gave you
did
top
the top 5.
All right. Okay.
In the
So run this down again. It was New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. What's 4?
4 was Michigan.
Michigan.
And then Illinois.
5, Illinois. Okay.
Let me tell you something. I was actually surprised at the Pennsylvania number. They were that close to, in terms of market share, to New York. New York had 15.3%, Pennsylvania 14.8%. That's very close in terms of percent market share. And I'm very curious to see if these numbers hold up throughout the season. I'm not sure it's going to be 70% all the way across the board every week, but I think they're going to be up at least 50% every week throughout this regular season.
Okay.
Exit 2.
Baseball season's winding down, so I thought I'd take a look at how baseball has been trying to attract younger viewers this past season. And it was very interesting to find out that a lot of teams are engaging in the digital side of marketing for the younger generation. Let me give you an example. The Red Sox. A couple of years back, 2019, 2020, they had started digital campaigning to get younger audience or younger demographic into their games. They started off with 85 targeted digital campaigns. Last season, they had 300. They have been taking a shot at the younger demographics, and they saw a rise of 13,000 single game ticket sales per game rise.
So it's working. I mean, look,
working.
MLB is trying everything. I mean,
Yes.
they're even making the bases bigger, for God's sake. So, good for them. I hope it's a great sport. It's a shame a lot of younger people aren't getting into it as former generations. I got to be honest with you. I'm getting older, and I enjoy sitting and watching a baseball game. It's my speed now. That's what it is. It's my speed.
The San Diego Padres are going to the physical side of the marketing, and we got one more team to talk about after this.
All right.
San Diego's are doing Party in the Park at Gallagher Square on the grounds of Petco Park. It's basically an open area where people can just walk around and enjoy.
Oh, that's cool.
When game time begins, it becomes a ticketed space, which during the game is a beer fest or a taco night or a tequila fest.
Good.
So
I know Philadelphia has a rock climbing wall.
Yes.
They're trying everything. Miami, I think it was Miami, had a pool.
Yes.
So, we're trying everything.
Well, this is what the Twins are doing. And since this is our typical esports exit,
Oh, they're getting into esports.
the Minnesota Twins have partnered with Wisdom Gaming to launch the Twins Gaming Dugout, which is a pop-up gaming lounge offered inside Target Field during 13 of their August home games.
See, that's really cool. And I think a lot of teams are getting into that because I know
Yes.
the New England Patriots, for people who don't know, they play in Gillette Stadium, and around Gillette Stadium there's an open-air mall kind of thing. So there's
Patriot
a lot of
Place.
Patriot Place. There's restaurants and stuff like that. But they have an esports gaming center there. So
They also just did the deal with Aristocrat Gaming too.
Yeah, Aristocrat Gaming and Patriots. I guess there's going to be slot machines for
Not at Foxwoods.
not at
Not at the
Foxwoods,
stadium.
but I think they're trying everything. So
you'll see
good
Patriot
for them.
branded online games. Here in Minnesota, in Target Field, this is for ticketed fans only.
Okay.
You can go in to this pop-up gaming lounge that offers 10 gaming stations, and you can play MLB The Show, Rocket League, and then they offer prizes for being the best at these tournaments. They're actually holding these little pickup tournaments during
That's
game
pretty
days.
cool.
So
this is actually in the park, right?
This is in Target Field.
Past the ticket center, which you have to
Yes.
present your ticket, and
Exactly.
this is actually in the park, which
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
So I like the fact that all these teams are trying different ways to reach the younger audience, and at least one team has brought in the esports angle, which is really, really cool to see, especially with Wisdom Gaming, which is a really great, not only an esports organization, but they also do great live events as well.
Great.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
Exit 3.
We just got done talking about the Major League Baseball teams and what they're doing in terms of esports and other marketing. The NBA and the NBA Players Association, the union, they just announced a partnership to launch a blockchain-based fantasy platform for the upcoming season. They're going to be doing free-to-play digital collectible-based fantasy baseball games for the league.
Oh, okay.
This is NFTs, this is blockchain, this is collectibles, all rolled into one, and it's on the So Rare platform.
You know, I got to check these out. It's one thing for me to hear you explain it, but it's like one of those things I actually physically have to experience.
Well, I'm
trying to picture this into my head, and it's just not coming through here.
I probably do not paint a really accurate picture because a lot of these things they're still in development. They're digital assets based upon individual players. They're going to be having a point system. Basically, it's take the fantasy sports model, attach an NFT or a blockchain principle to it, and you're going to be able to have an NFT-based fantasy sports NBA game going on.
Okay.
You're going to be able to manage a team. You're going to see different memorabilia being sold. You're going to see a whole bunch of different utilities attached to this NFT game. So Rare also became the official NFT fantasy partner of the NBA.
Wow.
So we're going to be seeing a lot more of these types of NBA products coming from So Rare. Again, I love the fact that when you can actually combine a fantasy game with NFT utility, that allows you to do a hell of a lot more than you've been able to do in the past. And again, the collectible industry is skyrocketing. I love the fact that the NBA is always at the forefront of this stuff.
See, I like it when NFTs can be used for something. You tell me an NFT, I'm just saying it's a collectible.
The way you just said that. The way you just said
it's like,
that.
you know, it's like in my day when you had baseball cards.
Yeah.
Now those baseball cards can get you something.
Well,
you know?
the baseball cards
but
got you
But
going.
NFTs, I love the NFTs. The functionality. How's that?
Well, like I said,
just used a big word, functionality of the
baseball
NFTs.
cards got you a piece of gum back
Yeah.
then. So this basically, the memorabilia is like your big piece of
So
gum.
yeah,
right
I like its memorabilia,
It's better tasting gum.
but you can use it
Yes.
for something, and
Yes.
I like the usability of your collectibles now.
And
It's
the
great.
nice thing is when you purchase these NFTs of these players, the stats that the actual real life players put up in the games gets added into your NFT value for the fantasy squad itself. So again, this is an actual day-to-day, week-to-week game that makes those NFT purchases even more valuable at the beginning of a season, because if you think your guy's going to have a big season, you buy that NFT.
Sure.
And I'm sure they're going to have
And, you know,
different
I-
levels of payments, too.
I like the NBA because they seem to embrace the modern technology a lot quicker than the other professional sports leagues. I mean, the other professional sports leagues are doing great to attract younger people. We just talked about esports and things like that, but NBA always seems a step ahead of the other leagues. So good for Adam Silver. And
Well, you
got to
remember, NBA were the first guys to embrace sports betting.
That's what I mean. He came out and he said it, and what Adam Silver said a couple years ago is really coming into fruition for all the leagues.
Yes.
So, like I said, NBA is always for me, I always think they're a couple steps ahead of the other professional leagues.
Well, I like the fact that you're seeing two different approaches. The NFL taking a slow and steady approach, but when they make their commitment, they move.
Oh, sure.
The NBA makes their commitment, then moves.
Yeah.
And I think both approaches work. Silver, I think, is more up to speed on a lot of the tech side of everything than some of the NFL front office guys are. But I really think the NBA is the league to watch when it comes to putting tech merged with the real-life game that they have.
Yeah.
Exit 4.
We're actually going to stay with a professional sports again.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about the cost to attend professional football games.
I actually saw this article. Yeah.
Axios. I have to give credit to Axios.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
actually put together a good article here. And according to the article, the survey, whatever you want to call it, the San Francisco 49ers are the most expensive team to attend a game with. And they looked at a family of 4. 4 tickets, 2 beers, 2 sodas, 4 hot dogs, and parking, all included in the package. According to Axios,
Parking is a backbreaker everywhere.
The parking is killer.
Oh, awful. Go ahead. How much?
The one thing I don't know, and I guess that may have been a little too complicated for this article, I wanted to see what the actual breakdown of the parking fees were. And that was not included. But the overall, 4 tickets, 2 beers, 2 sodas, 4 hot dogs, and parking to go to a San Francisco 49er game.
A family of 4.
Price,
okay.
$1,028.
Wow.
That's the most expensive of all 32 NFL teams.
Unbelievable.
The second place was Tampa Bay.
That's interesting.
$948, just under $950 to attend a Tampa Bay game if you're a family of 4. Let me tell you something. If you're a family of 4 with kids that can drink, you're looking at probably even more.
With kids that can drink?
Instead of 2 sodas, it's 2 more beers.
I guess if you bring your 21-year-old kids,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But,
this is assuming you have kids that can only do sodas.
Yeah. Okay, but
I was surprised at the cheapest team.
Okay.
Arizona Cardinals, $228 per family.
Wow, that's good.
That's a very cheap ticket there. NFL average was $537.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I took a look around at our local teams too on the list.
When you say local, we're sitting in
We're
New
here.
Jersey.
We're in New Jersey. Jets, Eagles, and Giants.
Okay.
The 3 regional teams for us. The Eagles topped those 3. They were the most expensive of the 3. Family of 4 to go to an Eagles games added up to $724.
Okay.
That was 7th on the list.
Okay.
Giants were 18th with $519. And in the same stadium, the Jets, 29th with $309.
The interesting thing about Eagles and Giants and Jets, the one thing you got to keep in mind is to get rid of those parking costs, there's public transportation for those 3 teams. So I'm not sure about San Francisco's public transportation. I don't know about Tampa Bay's public transportation, but there are trains that get to
most of these stadiums.
I almost called it Giant Stadium again.
MetLife.
I should call it
MetLife.
I should call it the Meadowlands. Just call it Meadowlands. But no, there's a train that goes up there. The Eagles, it's right in the center of Philadelphia, so we took a train there. So I remember the old. I went to a Patriots game one time. It was It was Foxborough, but I guess they call it Sullivan Stadium or something like that.
Then.
It was benches. Was
it Sullivan
cheap.
or Schaefer?
No, Sullivan.
Sullivan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they used to call it the Patriots train. And they used to have a train on game day that was all decked out in Patriot stuff.
Yeah. So,
but top 10. Let's get back to the list.
Okay,
top 10. We'll finish up
top
with the
10
top
meaning
10.
Number 1
most expensive.
Most expensive is 49ers.
49ers. Then we have the Bucks.
Okay.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Raiders. Cowboys. Rams. Eagles. Texans. Bears. Patriots were the 10th most expensive.
All right.
$586. Just a little bit above the NFL average.
And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a great show coming up for you. We got a Beatin the House segment. Then our Week 3, I can't believe it's Week 3 already, Betfred Pro Football Pick segment coming up. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Yeah, you, come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore. Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use the offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
The Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment is brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Never miss a bet with Betfred Sportsbook. Betfred Sports brings over 50 years of experience through the United States betting industry. Straight bets, in-play wagering, parlay cards, teasers, and more. Head on over to BetfredSports.com or download the Betfred Sportsbook app in Colorado, Iowa, or Arizona and get in on all the action today. New signups will receive up to $250 in free bets when wagering $50. Download the Betfred Sportsbook app today. Offer valid in Colorado, Iowa, and Arizona only. Visit BetfredSports.com for terms and conditions. Please gamble responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa, 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, and 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado.
And welcome to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment, powered by Betfred Sports. It's our third week into the season.
Yeah, I can't believe it's week 3
already,
so.
Which is crazy. Again, fun weekend this time. What was it? 3 teams came back from 13 points down with 2 minutes left.
I wonder if that's a result of teams not playing their starters in the preseason, because there's some interesting coaching decisions which led to some great finishes. They've been fantastic finishes, but players have not been sharp. Some of the coaching decisions have not been great. But it makes for fun watching.
Well, like I said, there were 3 comebacks of that type this year, last week alone. Last year, all season long, only 2.
Wow.
So I'm thinking maybe the lack of practice, lack of preseason activity is starting to have an impact. But again, I remember watching the Browns Jets game, and right before the 2-minute warning, the Browns had the opportunity to just sit down after getting first downs and run the clock down, but they never did that.
By the way, congratulations to you, Doug, and all the Jet fans out there.
We had nothing to do with that.
Hey, revel in it. Hey, look, you're not getting that every week, but wow, that was incredible. Congratulations to New York Jets.
Well, I'm just glad.
How about New York football teams, by the way?
First of all, I'm just
glad.
The
Bills, the Giants are 2-0, by the way, and the Jets 1-1.
Well, first of all, I'm just glad Coach Saleh finally got his first September win.
Yeah.
That was a long time coming. He almost didn't get that one. I love what Daboll is doing with the Giants, and Buffalo is Buffalo now.
Yeah.
Buffalo is just plowing through people, and it's just an incredible image to see every week.
Let me tell you something. I won money on the Giants last week, and I won money on the Jets last week, and I am absolutely I'm horrified as an Eagles fan that I did that. But hey, you know what? Money's money. You know?
I have to admit,
I held my nose and made the bets. That's what you got to do.
I won on the Jets. I won on the Bills too.
Yeah.
I lost on the Eagles.
Okay.
So this on the personal side.
Yeah, the personal side.
Outside of the show here. But again, we're here in week 3 of the NFL season. Last week, like I did last time on the show here, the favorites last week went 11-5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the overs, or if you want to do it this way, the unders also went 11-5.
Okay.
So I think
I won on an under last week. I did Tampa Bay New Orleans game.
I'm starting to see trends in terms of the over under, but the problem is when the overs hit, they were big overs.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long this trend's going to go for, but the overs are 10-22 to start the season.
Okay,
and that's an interesting trend. I think that's going to even out by the time
I'm
you get to the end of the season.
I'm a little worried about that because I went with an over this week in the our Betfred pick segment, so I'm a little nervous now.
Well, this was the first week for my picks that I didn't touch the totals.
Okay,
I got bit so many times in the first 2 weeks here, and it's just really this is going to be kind of interesting to watch. There's some really good games here, too.
By the way, I'm across the board this time. For my 3 picks in this segment, I took a favorite, I took a total, and I took a underdog.
Well, I took
across the board.
I took 2 favorites and an underdog.
Okay.
Well, with that being said, let's head on over to week 3 with our picks.
Okay, my first game this week is the Baltimore Ravens visiting the New England Patriots. The Baltimore Ravens are favored by 3 points, and the total is 43. Ravens are looking to bounce back after just a terrible loss. And I know the Patriots beat the Steelers, and they look better beating the Steelers, but it was a close game. They certainly look better than their Week 1 loss against the Dolphins, and the Patriots offense still looks off to me. I think Mac Jones is throwing way too many jump balls. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of precision with him. And the Ravens, I love this stat. This is so good. The Ravens are 4-0 against the spread after a against the spread loss. I love that. I love stuff like that. And they're also 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 straight-up losses. And I think the Baltimore Ravens are a much more talented team than the Patriots, and I think they're going to win by a touchdown. So I'm taking the favored Baltimore Ravens and laying the points.
I stayed away from that game.
Yeah?
I just, after seeing what happened to Baltimore, I know that's not going to happen again. But the Patriots have to start getting themselves together at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know when. Usually it's October, but you never know with this. My first game, the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. And yes, I know the first 2 weeks I have picked a Colts game. And
I would think you would stay away from the Colts.
No, this time I am doing the smart thing.
Oh, okay.
And right now, Kansas City is favored by 6.5 as we're doing this. Again, we're using early week lines here as we're taping. Please check the game lines before you place a bet on game day or even a day or two before. Just want to make sure you know these are going to change.
That should be a standard rule of betting. Always check the lines before you fire on these things.
If it's not, something's wrong. Yeah. But again, it's just reasonable and rational to check the lines before you make your bets here. Again, like I said, I bet on the Colts 2 weeks in a row. One in their favor, one for an over. I really thought the first week's game for the Colts, they looked like they started putting it together in the fourth quarter where everything was just clicking, and that may have been garbage time with the Texans, and I just don't know what's going on with the Colts. The one stat I will throw out at you right now is the Colts quarterback, Matt Ryan, who I thought was an immediate upgrade over Carson Wentz. He's been sacked 7 times already this season. And I think with the Kansas City Chiefs, while their offense has been incredible to start the season, that defense has actually improved. Mm-hmm. And you can see it's a noticeable difference. I think they're going to add to that sack total this weekend. I'm going with the Chiefs 6.5.
Boy, you're going with another Colts game, huh?
Yep.
Taking another bite of that crap sandwich, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tastes good.
Give me more. My next game is the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Washington Commanders. The Philadelphia Eagles are 4-point favorites, and the total is 50. I don't know why, but I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game. Look, Carson Wentz is playing the Eagles for the first time in a Washington uniform, and I really think this is going to be something special for him. And we saw how explosive the Eagles are on Monday Night Football, but they're not really good against the NFC East opponents. I mean, they're 1-4-1 against the spread against their last 6 NFC East opponents, and Washington is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games. So, but the one stat that really jumps out at me, I mean, when you talk about the Washington Commanders, you don't think about a high-scoring team, but in each of their first 2 weeks of this season, they scored at least 27 points.
Yes.
And we know the Eagles can score. So, this is my own weird math. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. And God help me, I'm taking the over 50 in this game.
Yeah, I just got bit in the butt last week by taking an over 50-pointer, but I'm not doing that again next time I see something like that.
Well, this is my usually that number is a little high for me, but it looks like it could happen.
My next game, the New Orleans Saints visiting the Carolina Panthers. New Orleans favored by 3. There's an over-under of 40.5 in this game. Looking back at some of the stats I was looking at for this game, these teams play each other tough no matter who's quarterbacking, no matter what changes. The last 2 games these teams played against each other, 28 and 33 points respectively. And granted, this year's matchup, Winston Mayfield is much better than Taysom Hill Darnold, which was last year's. It just seems like New Orleans is in a better place right now than Carolina. The under is still 14-5 in their last 19 meetings in Carolina, but with the Saints being 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 meetings in Carolina, and the road team being 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 meetings, I'm actually going to have to go with the Saints here and go Saints and lay the 3 points.
And my next game is the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are 2.5-point favorites, and the total is 41. Yeah, you want weird math from me? Here's weird math. Get this. The Packers are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games, and they're 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. But you know what? Their offense looks better, and it's clicking better than Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay is without Mike Evans this week because he's suspended. And boy, Aaron Rodgers is starting to look like Aaron Rodgers again. And and he's the underdog. And I just have this feeling that the Packers are going to do it. So I think they're going to win outright. But I'm taking the Packers, and I'm taking the Packers in the points. So. I almost couldn't get that out. I was like, I'm betting against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it feels like the Packers have it more together at this point in the season.
It's nice to see him clicking with his receivers, which they're starting to do.
Yep.
My last game is the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is favored by 2 points.
You're going to be the only one watching this game.
I don't even think these 2 teams are going to watch this game.
Oh, my God.
But Atlanta Falcons, Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 2.
All right.
And the over-under is 42.5.
All right.
I actually think the Falcons are probably the best 0-2 team in the league.
Really?
They're 2-0 against the spread.
Okay.
The over is 2-0 in both of the games. Seattle's playing good for a rebuilding team. They really don't have a lot to offer, especially Geno Smith is playing very well.
Yeah.
They just lost Jamal Adams for the season.
Yeah.
I don't really see his impact anymore other than a blitz here and there, but in coverage, he's not missed. But Seattle only managed to get 7 points against the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
The Falcons are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. The road team is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7, going over to Seattle. Add in the fact that the Falcons are 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 road games. I'm going to have to take the underdog Falcons here and take the points.
If you didn't bet on this game, would you watch it?
No.
God, no.
I don't
talk
know.
about fan engagement. This is the best thing about betting. I mean, I would not watch the Atlanta Falcons play the Seattle Seahawks unless I had money on it. So,
well, that's what betting forces you.
There you go. Hey,
and you know what the streaming services?
Yeah, you got them all.
You got them. You got them at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So let's recap this week for week 3. Here we go.
Do you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
All right. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens and laying the 3 points. I'm taking the over 50 points in the Eagles-Commanders game, and I'm taking the underdog Packers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I'm doing the Chiefs favored by 6.5 over the Colts, Saints 3 points over the Panthers, and I'm taking the underdog Atlanta Falcons +2 against the Seattle Seahawks. That was our week 3 pick segment here. Enjoy the games every week. Please check the lines before you place a bet this week. And again, these will always change. Any comments? This info at turnpikesportsradio.com. You can reach us at. You'll also see these picks up on our blog, turnpikesports.us, and click on the blog button, and that'll take you there. And you can actually even comment on the blog if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Put your picks in.
Shoot us over at even direct messages on Twitter. You got at Turnpike Sports. You've got at Turnpike Bets. You can reach us at. So either or. However you want to get in touch with the show, please do so. And enjoy your Sundays.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
With Drizzly, I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
We'll get back to the show in a few moments, but I just wanted to take some time and tell everyone about Bean Genius, the smart specialty coffee subscription service. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country. They feature over 2,000 specialty coffee blends, all at your fingertips at beangenius.com. Here's how it works. Head on over to beangenius.com and take their palate profiler test to find out what coffee best fits your taste. Then select from a variety of subscription plans. Every subscription comes with free shipping, and delivery can even be scheduled for once or twice each month. And based upon your review of each coffee blend you try, Bean Genius actually learns your individual taste preferences and then suggests future coffee blends for you. And now you can get 10% off your Bean Genius subscription when you use our promo code PIKE at checkout. Bean Genius offers a variety of subscription plans to suit any coffee lover's needs. Subscribe with Bean Genius today and start enjoying some of the best tasting coffee around. And save 10% off your coffee plan with promo code PIKE.
People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beatin The House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to this week's edition of Beatin the House. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to take a whip-around look at the various casino and lottery jackpots that have happened over the past week. Please keep the press releases coming in. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com is the place to send the press releases, and we'll keep doing the segment because we always find new casinos to talk about or new games to talk about. And again, we do slot jackpots, table games, bad beats, bingo. We have basically any type of jackpot associated with the gaming industry we will be talking about.
We haven't had a good bingo jackpot in a long time, have we?
Your prayers are answered.
Oh, wow, really?
We have one this week. Well, we have several this week, as a matter of fact.
When we say bingo, are we... I mean,
we are talking bingo.
I mean, you're sitting in a big room with a whole bunch of other people and you're filling out a card. Is that what we're talking about, bingo?
Yes, we're talking bingo hall.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is that what we're talking about?
But we're not talking about it yet.
All right. No. I'm just trying to get the picture of the bingo. Maybe I was thinking bingo is a different game, but I was, I guess bingo is bingo with the bingo card.
We also have a couple new casinos to discuss, too.
Okay.
We're going to start off with one of the new ones. Salt Creek Casino sent in a press release over in Pocasset, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. All
Oklahoma.
Right. Nice.
Salt Creek Casino. We have a lucky patron winning $761,413.70. playing the Wild Wild Buffalo slot machine from Aristocrat Gaming.
Wow. Okay.
Now, this is another variation on the Buffalo Grand, Buffalo Link, the Aristocrat Buffalo brand of slot machines.
Okay.
Wild Wild Buffalo, according to Aristocrat, is a 5-reel slot machine that combines Buffalo's branding with Aristocrat's cash-on-reel play mechanic. I'm assuming that is a selling point because
I don't know.
I'm actually really impressed with the wording of some of these things. It's a combination. This is from the description of the game, according to Aristocrat. Okay. A combination of the amazing player favorite Buffalo brand with Aristocrat's cash on reel play mechanic.
I've never heard a casino patron walk by a slot machine and say, "Ooh, do they have the cash on reel play mechanic version of this game?"
Well, that's the beauty of the American consumer
Look,
for
you
slot
see
machines.
the big
They
buffalo.
play.
You see the big buffalo.
That's what
You
they
go
look
over
at.
and play.
Or they hear the sound.
No one-
Because some of them make that roaring
No one even
sound.
knows anything
You
about
gotta
a
know what's
cash on
going
reel play mechanic
Exactly.
thing. I don't know.
Just so you know, Salt Creek Casino, since we've never had them on the show before, they are one of more than a dozen casinos run by the Chickasaw Indians in Oklahoma.
Wow.
As a
okay.
matter of fact, you've heard of one of their big brands, the WinStar
Okay,
brand of
okay,
casinos.
great.
They have a couple of those. They run those. And according to the casino, in the month of August alone, they have paid out $2.554 million worth of jackpots.
Wow.
In the month of August alone.
Wow. Okay.
So get on over to Pocasset, Oklahoma.
I got to
Salt
find out
Creek
where
Casino.
Pocasset is. Am I saying that right? Pocasset, Oklahoma?
I'm saying it the way they have it here.
Pocasset.
So, Pocasset, Oklahoma.
Salt Creek Casino. Okay.
The Chickasaw Native American tribe.
Great.
Here's another new one and another
New
Native American.
one for us or
another new one for us.
Okay.
Another new casino. Neskila Gaming.
All right.
Out of Livingston, Texas. Now, I never knew
Texas has a casino?
They actually have a casino.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a Native American gaming center.
All right.
I guess that's why it may not be a casino. It's a gaming center.
They call it a gaming
They
center.
call it a gaming center.
Okay.
We have a lucky winner cashing in on $276,447 playing the cash machine jackpot slot.
That's one hell of a gaming center.
That's a great gaming
That's
center.
a great gaming center.
Damn good gaming center there.
Go to Texas for their great gaming
The casino
centers.
is run by the Alabama Coushatta tribe of Texas.
Okay.
The oldest reservation in the state. They are in East Texas.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, according to their website, the reservation is located on approximately 10,200 acres.
Wow.
And get this phrasing. 10,200 acres in the big thicket of deep East Texas.
Okay.
That's right off their website. So I've never
That
heard
just
of
sounds
the
like
big thicket of deep
well, that
East
just sounds
Texas.
like an interesting place to visit. I mean, first off, I mean, you can win a whole bunch of money.
Obviously,
and,
yes.
And certainly, I don't know a lot about casinos in Texas. First off, 5 minutes ago, I didn't know they had a casino. They don't. They have a gaming center.
They have a
apparently.
gaming center.
So no, that's one of those things you kind of want to see. You know,
I have to see it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, just for the sheer fact, I never knew they had casinos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, gaming centers.
Gaming centers.
Going over to Las Vegas now, we have another jackpot at the Silverton Casino. We actually had a couple of them in the past.
Okay.
We have according to the press release, there was quite a storm at the Silverton Casino, but the weather radar did not pick it up. We have a slots player at the Silverton winning a jackpot worth $241,347 on a dollar storm machine. See, there's where that storm came in.
Okay. I was trying to figure out what they were talking about. So they wrote there was a storm, but the radar that was kind of creative by the guy, the person who wrote the press release.
Yes,
huh?
yes.
Because when you're talking about a storm, and I'm seeing all these casinos with water dripping from their, I shouldn't say dripping, pouring out of their ceilings. So I was thinking storm in that way. I know you were talking about Las Vegas, but
well, honestly, I think Silverton.
So the storm was a poetic license
exactly.
from the press
somebody
release
somebody
writer.
took a writing class.
Very
somewhere.
creative, yes.
But Silverton, if you recall, we actually had these guys on in terms of a story on our other show, the House of Cards Gaming Report.
Okay.
Silverton is the one with the mermaids in the tank.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So they may actually like the flooding.
So yeah, boy. So Silverton Casino. I was thinking of that the other day. I was like, which casino had mermaids? And it's the Silverton Casino.
And as a matter of fact, what you have to do to get to the casino in one area, you have to walk through the Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, they have a Bass Pro Shop, huh?
Well, that's where the mermaids are.
Oh,
they
okay.
have the tank right at the end of the Bass Pro Shop, and right behind the mermaids is the casino.
All right. Wow. Okay.
So it's a very interesting
now
setup
let me
for
ask
that
you:
casino.
is the Bass Pro Shop part of the? Is it connected to the casino?
It's all connected.
Is that the only Bass Pro Shop
I
that's
don't think
connected?
so.
No?
There's got to be a couple
There's a
others.
huge one in Atlantic City, but it's not connected to a casino at all.
That's over in the Tangier Outlets or whatever the Bass Pro
something
Shop
like
is.
that, yeah.
Something like
in
that.
Atlantic City we're talking about. Yeah.
But again, Silverton, the
All right.
Mermaids, Bass Pro Shop, Dollar Storm.
Okay.
Jackpot. Staying in Las Vegas, we have a Harrah's Las Vegas jackpot. We have a visitor from Michigan won $122,105 on a 6-card straight flush.
Wow.
While playing the table game I Love Suits at Harrah's.
So the table game is called I Love Suits.
Yes,
All right.
It's basically a poker offshoot with a terminology 6-card straight flush.
Okay.
So congratulations. No word on whether that was a what do you call those things? A Caesars Reward member, but Caesars Entertainment always seems to make a point of saying that. They didn't say it here, so I'm not sure if this was a Caesars Rewards person. Going over to Florida now.
All right.
We always talk about the different Hard Rocks or the Seminole casinos paying out jackpots. According to the Seminole Casino Hotel Immokalee.
I was waiting for you to pronounce that. I was going to jump all over it. I know this pronunciation. I want to see if Doug gets it.
Well, I took my beating a long time ago when we were over in Western PA with the Hollywood casino that was out there in Immokalee, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
there was another one. So, but I sit back and I look at these Immokalee. Now, this is the August summary for the Seminole Casino Hotel Immokalee. 3 Floridians. That's another word I always stumble on, but 3 locals, I'll say. They had jackpots totaling more than $894,000 in August. 3 players. We had one that won $594,464 on the Tree of Wealth machine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting name.
That's a new one to me.
Yep.
I don't even know. That's a slot machine?
That's a slot machine.
Okay. Tree of Wealth.
Tree of Wealth, the full name. Tree of Wealth, Jade Eternity.
Sounds biblical.
Well, it
Tree
sounds,
of Wealth.
Actually, it may be Asian because it's Tree of Wealth, Jade Eternity.
Oh, okay.
Jade is always,
All right. Okay.
associated with those. But we have $132,000 on August 15th doing the Locket Link Diamond slot machine.
Okay.
The Locket Link always pays out down in the Seminole casinos. Mm-hmm. And then we have August 8th, $167,564 on the MoneyLink Gifts of Odin slot machine. Now, as you can tell by that name,
that's Viking.
That's Norse mythology.
Norse mythology.
So, according to the casino, their August jackpots totaled over $900,000 in terms of the big ones.
Okay.
In 2021, and this is kind of an odd that they threw this out because I think they've already passed this for 2022. If not, they're close to it. The Seminole Casino Hotel paid out more than $200 million in jackpots. Okay. I think they're approaching that right now, if not passing it.
That was last year, right?
Yeah, that was last year. So that was kind of an interesting statement to throw in. I'm assuming they're getting ready to say they passed this number at some point in the next release. Excuse me while I move my notes around here. We're going back over to Las Vegas now. According to Arizona Charlie's Decatur, which is one of the chain of the Arizona Charlie, I think there's like 4 of them, the casino has handed out jackpots through the first 3 weeks of August. They haven't reported the last week yet, of nearly $400,000 in bingo jackpots.
Wow.
The bingo hall paid out a total of $393,000 in the month of August. Jackpots have ranged from $1,200 to more than $71,000. One player brought home $50,665, and the largest jackpot this past month at the Decatur property was $71,663 just by playing some bingo.
Wow. Okay.
So you got your wish with the bingo.
All right, there you go, bingo.
We have a sports parlay, WinBet.
Okay.
A $1,000 parlay at WinBet cashed for $312,000. It was a whole combination of Major League Baseball, college football, U.S. Open.
Wow, that's impressive.
NFL, baseball. We have 5 money line.
How many
Phillies,
legs?
Giants.
How many legs of this parlay was there?
2, 3, 4. Looks like about 12.
Wow. Okay.
We have Phillies, Giants, Astros, Braves, Yankees, and Orioles on the money line.
Okay.
Northwestern plus 13 against Nebraska. Nardi versus Kuzmanov under 33.5. Bills money line. Browns favored by 0.5 point. Vikings plus 2.5. So he did some teasers in there too.
Okay, so $1,000 parlay
on WinBet.
Okay,
$312,000.
Wow. Okay,
so that was a good chunk of change there. Going to some lottery wins. Virginia Lottery, 2 players won huge jackpots last week. We have a Stephen City player winning $1 million playing Powerball online, and a Seaford player, that's the town name, Seaford, won $316,604 playing the Cash 5 with Easy Match Jackpot, which is another online game at the Virginia Lottery.
Okay.
We have a last story for this week. We have also still Virginia Lottery. We have a $152,000 jackpot, $152,608 jackpot from a woman named Marlon S., playing the Virginia Lottery's Monopoly Progressive Jackpot game. She was just sitting at home one Sunday and just checked in with the app. She didn't play a game, but she just actually went in and checked the app and had won the Monopoly Progressive Jackpot game. So she found out just sitting at home she won $152,000 without ever leaving home.
Wow, where was this now?
Virginia Lottery online.
Oh, okay.
The Monopoly Progressive Jackpots game.
Wow, okay.
So sitting at home somewhere, check your app. You may have won something.
Yeah, check your tickets.
That's it for this week's Beatin the House. Please keep the press releases coming in. info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And we will keep doing this segment. We love learning about the different casinos, different games. Always love the bingo jackpots. Please keep the next week. Hopefully we'll have a Kina.
Yeah, right. Why not? And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.